This video is articulating how to dump our refuse at Pig's Eye. Okay, the address you're going to use is 2400 Childs Road in St. Paul. Type that in, and it's about a 45 to 50-minute drive time from the shop. You will need to make sure that you have a dump number. So either check with our office manager for a dump number before you depart, or give our office manager a call to secure that dump number. You also want to make sure that our Pig's Eye window tag is up to date on the vehicle that you are taking there. Otherwise, you'll get held up at their office and you may not even be able to dump that day. We have to renew that tag every year. You should also receive a dump receipt. Once you are complete, make sure to turn that into Terry and make sure to fill it out correctly. We'll cover that in the video. And also a reminder, when you are traveling there is a section on 35E that you cannot drive our vac on, anything over 9,000 pounds. So make sure you factor that into your drive, depending on if you're coming from our facility or if you're coming from another location in the cities. And lastly, make sure to arrive with enough water in your tank to use our body wash and also to spray out any material on the vehicle. Now, don't drive up there with full tanks, obviously, but leave 100 to 200 gallons in your tank so that you can run that body wash system and you can use our handgun to spray the tank out. Remember, it's essential that we keep that tank as free of the acidic material as possible, so that when you dump, you need to go through our spray out procedures from the debris tank to make sure it's clean, so that when you bring it back, you can park that vehicle with the door open to let it air out. So this is the route. These are the possible routes from our shop. More than likely, you will not be coming from our shop. You'll be coming from somewhere in the cities. However, as you can see, they all converge in the northeast corner of the map here. And ultimately, you are going to have to cross the river at some point. So when you arrive, it depends what direction you're coming for. You'll ultimately end up here. You could come from along here on the river. You could come from here, and you could even come from the you either come from Highway 10 here, or you'll come from 494 up here. Maybe coming from the east or from the northwest, but in either case, you're ultimately going to end up coming to this intersection right here. So if you see this intersection, you know that you are in the right location. You're going to drive straight for quite a ways on this road. Keep in mind, speed limit is 40 miles per hour. There's going to be a lot of trucks going in and out. Again, you're going to run straight for a while. All of this scenery is normal. There are no turns up to this point. This is how you know that you've arrived at the facility. As you can see, there will be a sign here letting you know where to go. We don't, 99.9% of the time, you will not go to the liquid waste receiving facility. You will take a left to the Metropolitan Wastewater Treatment Plant. You'll see scales. Do not go straight through those scales. You're going to turn left. Okay. Once you turn left, this guard shack is your first stopping point. You can just park the vac here on the right side of the road at that stop sign, head into this guard shack to fill out your receipt, give them your dump number, essentially check in, and then you can be on your way. All right, this is the receipt that you'll receive from them. This driver made a mistake and filled out for that backside. 99% of the time, we will not be going to the wet vac side. We almost always have debris in our box. You're actually going to fill out the dry vac side. Remember, you will have to decant before you depart the job site so that you arrive with that box as dry as it can be. Fill out that administrative information on the top. Once you get here, check with the guard shack on how they want to work it. Very seldom will we have more than 1 cubic yard of refuse. If you happen to have a really full vac, you can go ahead and update them when you depart after you dump. But more often than not, you're going to have 1 cubic yard of dump. Make sure to take a picture when you dump so that you can show them how little dirt was in that box once you dumped. And more often than not, again, you will do the city sanitary sewer is what you will be marking here. It may vary on the job site, but 98% of the time it's city sanitary sewer. Check in with the guard shack for direction if you are confused. Make sure that you retain the slip and turn it into our office once you return to the shop along with all your other receipts. Okay, here's a big picture of the facility. Remember, we took a left and we stopped at the guard shack, which is circled right here, which you just saw an image of. This is what it looks like. Remember, you just got done stopping at this guard shack. Now you're going to drive straight down this road for quite a ways. Okay, here's a map of where you drive. You drive straight for quite a ways, and you're going to take a right at this location. Okay, you get to a T intersection, you've gone too far. Okay, you can kind of see that location right here, and drive all the way down south until you reach this bend in the road. Not an intersection, kind of a bend in the road. You're going to stay on this road until you get to the dump location. Here's what the dump location looks like. You'll drive in, back your vac in, go ahead, dump, and spray out anything you need to spray out. Make sure to run that debris body washout to get any of the debris off of the bottom. Once you get back to the shop, if you need to scrub or wash something down, you can do that. And that concludes your dumping. So just a reminder, when you get back, turn that receipt in. Make sure you park the vac with that back door slightly cracked open to let it air out. And that concludes dumping efforts for Pig's Eye.